Those pitchers are making fewer mistakes, and they've got a better read on you. You have to be on your toes as a hitter.
No, you do. And you know what? They come to get you. They know you're the big prospect. And if they can get you out, guess what? They get the call, right? So that was my job, just understanding what they was trying to do to me. I was struggling. But when you deal with adversity there, it helps you a tiny bit at the next level. I felt like, in AAA, I was rushing stuff. I wasn't allowing the game to come to me. But once I started seeing a few of the pitches, the second time through, it allowed me to make those adjustments. The biggest thing for me was making adjustments on the fly. I learned that at an early age. It helped me just mentally slow everything down and make those adjustments, knowing what a guy was trying to do with me, knowing what situations was on the horizon. First and third, defense back, ground ball to second base. I know I'm the guy that's supposed to hit the home runs and all this stuff. But if the defense is giving me a ground out to second, take it. Those are things that help you at the big league level.
Seems like for the first time, he's running into some struggles at the plate. Got Carlos Pena with me on the show today. And Carlos, what's it like that first time you struggle in the pros? Is it a bit of a reality check for you?
Yeah, no doubt about it, Ben. I mean, look, you've been one of the best players in your high school, college career. Then you get drafted. Now you're in the professional ranks. And then you hit that spot where, hey, man, there's some fierce competition out there. And all of a sudden you don't feel so good at the plate. What are you going to do about it? And it's so easy to let it just spiral out of control. You have to get a hold of yourself, take a couple of deep breaths, and slow things down and keep it simple, because this is when it gets real. You will hit these spots, but the ability to manage them, it's key. So you have to go up there, calm yourself down. For me, it was take a few pitches, even spend a game where I would just take one strike every single at bat, and that would slow me down. And I wouldn't think of it as a waste of a pitch. It was actually an investment so that I would start getting my bearings again and getting my footing. And then as you start feeling better at the plate, then you can be a little bit more aggressive. And so now instead of the slump lasting, 2 weeks, you just keep it to a few days. That was very important for me through the minor leagues, and I took that all the way up into the big leagues.
A pitcher is confronted with a less than stellar stat.
Carlos, you played in AAA on your way to the majors, and I got to think, as a fan, it's got to be so exciting being right on the doorstep, knowing that one big performance could elevate you to the show.
Ben, you're absolutely right. You know that you are just a step below the major leagues, and that if you perform, you will get the call, but that could add pressure to you. So you have to be very careful as a player, and you have to keep your emotions in check and still think about the process and not get too far ahead of yourself. That was one of the keys for me. Just stay in the present. Everything else will take care of itself.
Well, as prospects make their way up the minor league ranks, there are a lot of obstacles they have to deal with, and not all of them are on the field. Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline joins me today, and Jim, a lot of those challenges are the mental ones.
No, definitely. I mean, look, the minor leagues can be somewhat of a lonely life. Even though you're on a team, everybody wants to get to the big league. So even though you're teammates, you're in a way competing against your teammates for a goal that not everybody's going to be able to attain. And you're playing nearly every day. You're traveling from city to city.
Right.
It's rough. And theoretically, you're supposed to find time while you're playing and doing all this traveling and trying to get better, to work out, to eat well, to try to get some sleep. In addition to playing almost every night for 5 months. So it's not easy. It's some ways it's survival of the fittest, really.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Las Vegas Aviators. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Cole Irvin starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Next to hit, Fernando Tatis.
The shortstop, Fernando Tatís.
First offering on its way. Bouncer to the left side, scooped up to second for one, relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. Now to the plate, Quincy right out. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Aviators, the right fielder, Quincy right out.
On the ground to the left side. He's got it. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Now to bat, Fernando Tatis.
Fernando Tatís.
Here's the first pitch to him. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. Home run number 2 for him on the year, as the lead is cut to 4-2 now.
You know, D-Roll, you're not afforded as many mistakes when you're not throwing that ball in the 90s or above, and this guy needs to be real fine with his location.
You know, Dan, that's just a great swing by that hitter right there, because when you see low velocity, a guy out on the mound that's not going to blow the heater by you.
Up next, Seth Brown. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Marmolejo on at first, nobody out. Line drive snagged on a short hop. To second for one. On to first, and they get them both. All set for the start of the inning, and stepping up as the shortstop, Fernando Tatis.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Looking up is the center fielder. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Wow, that's a tough one. Certainly not the way you want to start your day as a relief pitcher, giving up a home run.
Next to stand in is Christopher Cerna. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. 4-4 is our score as we play the 6th. To short. Reined in. Throw gets him, 2 down. Fernando Tatis coming to the plate again as we look back at his 2 home runs in the game so far. The most recent back in the 6th inning.
Hey,
let's go, kid. Here we go. First offering on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul for strike 2. 3 runs already home here. changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's gonna throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits. So stepping in is Tyler Ramirez. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Working for the punch out and the offering. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit. So next to hit is Fernando Tatis, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch. Skied down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. Heart of the order 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. The Chihuahuas lead it 8-7.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
A 1-run finish, an 8-7 game tonight. The El Paso Chihuahuas blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Tim Hill wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year.
Well, I talked recently about this young player and how he had hit the skids a little bit, but it looks like he's righted the ship. I've got Carlos Pena on the pod today, and Carlos, it has to be a huge load off his mind that he's getting right at the plate.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Just a huge relief when you finally get that hit. All of a sudden, things start to fall into place. That's why I tell you, this game is so mental that really, as soon as you get that hit that breaks the slump, they seem to start to come in bunches.
Yeah.
How mental is that? It doesn't even, you cannot even explain it, but it's the truth. Happened to me plenty of times, and you know, one of the things that you have to get over is that pressure to break your slump. You have to stay process-oriented, but it's easier said than done. After that hit, trust me, things start to just fall into place.
You know, fans might not understand this, but it doesn't have to be a hard line drive or a home run that breaks you out of that slump. A little squibber has eyes, finds its way through, and all of a sudden you're feeling so much better when you come to bat.
That's precisely what I'm talking about. It doesn't even have to be good hitting. All you want is just that ball to drop, so that it's just like, hey, I did not go 0 for 4 today. I went 1 for 4, 1 for 3, you know, and that alone really helps you to just get your mind back on track. It's so funny, but that's the way it is with pretty much every single player you speak to. They'll tell you a story like that. A bloop single, I'll take it any day.